Hello and welcome to your go-to program for news across Nigeria. I am Olumide Macaulay. We begin in the southwest. The wife of the Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Olufunso Amosun, has been speaking on the advantages of breastfeeding for nursing mothers. Mrs. Amosun was speaking at the Ijaye General Hospital in Abeokuta, the state capital, where she represented the wife of Nigeria's president, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, at the distribution of nutritional supplements for pregnant and lactating mothers. She says Mrs. Buhari knows full well the importance of healthy nursing mothers to the health of their babies and advised the women to faithfully use the supplements.
This milk is actually of nutritional value to expectant mothers and nursing mothers, and she has sent this milk to all the wives of the governors across the federation and asked the wives of the governors to actually deliver them to expectant mothers in state hospitals, and this is what I have come to do on her behalf today. So I feel that that is a very worthwhile and passionate program, because she works in the line of breastfeeding babies, so she wouldn't support a program that would negate mothers breastfeeding their babies.
The wife of the Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Olufunso Amosun, speaking on maternal health. And now to politics, but we stay in the southwest. The People's Democratic Party, the PDP, and the All Progressives Congress, the APC, in Osun State have continued to trade words, while the PDP leadership accused Governor Aregbesola of crippling the education sector with what they describe as unrealizable policies that have led to mass failure of students in external examinations. The APC says all the education policies of the government have been able to transform the education sector. Speaking to newsmen in Osogbo, the Osun State capital, PDP chieftain Bumi Jenyo says it's regrettable that students in public schools missed out a lot in their sessions of academic work owing to the strikes of teachers occasioned by the rift between labor and government and non-payment of salaries.
The situation of education in Osun is critical and needs urgent and emergency rescue by all the stakeholders to rescue the children of the poor from their current situation, as many of them may not get back to the lost track if urgent intervention by the stakeholders is not provided. Our governor, Aregbesola, has crippled the local government system with the introduction of consultants who are feeding fat from the local government fund and is illegal taking over of local government administration, including awarding of contracts.
When Finland was starting its education reform well over 40 years ago, the whole world was shouting that yes, they are crippling the education sector, they are doing it, they are doing that. Today, Finland is #1 in the area of education all over the world. And that is the legacy of when it's bringing to Osun. It is not today that anybody is going to read. Go around and see the structures we are putting together. We are putting together the best of structures that even surpasses what you will see in tertiary institutions. We have increased the grants which we are giving to the schools by well over 400%. We have at least implemented programs that will boost the morale of the teachers and the people that are working in the education sector. And we have ensured that even today, the demand to enter into public schools has increased greatly in the state of Osun because of what the government is doing. It is only Osun out of all the states Nigeria that is feeding pupils in primaries 1 to 4 every day. And we know, the opposition themselves knows that the government is working in Osun, but what they are doing is only playing politics so that at least people outside will see that they are talking. Osun is laying a legacy to ensure that we have a better future for the future leaders, which are our youths.
And the Southwest still takes center stage. We move to Ekiti State, where civil servants who are habitual latecomers and those who make themselves absent from work were shocked this morning as the state governor, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, paid an unscheduled visit to the state secretariat at exactly 8 a.m. this morning. Over 30 civil servants who came late were apprehended by the governor, who directed that disciplinary committee, one of that, be set up to try them with appropriate sanctions. Governor Fayose warned civil servants in the state to shun every act of lateness and truancy or risk losing their jobs. Many of the civil servants, on seeing the governor, scampered around to avoid being seen. Meanwhile, the governor has stated that the unscheduled visit will continue until appropriate discipline has been entrenched in the civil service. And staying with the story, we'll be speaking to the spokesman of Governor Fayose of Ekiti State, Mr. Lere Olayinka, who joins us by phone. Hello, Mr. Olayinka. Thank you for joining us on News Across Nigeria. If you can hear me, Mr. Olayinka.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us. What are
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me? What are the disciplinary measures that the governor is talking of?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm with you.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. Now, what are the measures that the governor is expecting to take with this committee to try those who are, to see what will be done about those who are guilty of this offense?
Well, the governor is, hello, are you hearing me? The governor is not going to do anything outside the civil service rule, because when he paid the CC this morning, the head of service was there. The head of service was part of the visit. So the governor is not going to do anything outside the civil service rule, because it is the duty of the head of service to take care of issues like that, and it has been handed over to the head of service.
Mr. Olayinka, there are those who see the civil service as a place where you can go late to work, leave work early. They're not sticklers for discipline as far as sticking to rules and regulations go. Has that been the experience in the Ekiti State Civil Service? We do beg your pardon. I think we've lost that connection via phone to Mr. Lere Olayinka, who's been trying to speak with us about discipline in the civil service in Ekiti State. If we can establish that connection, we'll bring him back. In the meantime, coming up on News Across Nigeria, sanitation in Akwa Ibom State. Please stay with us.